Do you want to know how much service sites pay per hour? And are you tired of all the videos that either make exaggerated claims just to get views, or the videos that are just overly negative just because they're trying to sell you something else? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael from paidfromservice.com, and I have taken thousands of online surveys myself over the past few years, and I have a lot of experience with testing new service sites, so I know exactly what you can expect to earn from service sites. And in this video, I will once and for all make it clear exactly how much you can expect to earn, so you can find out if paid service is the right way for you to earn some extra cash on the site online or not. So when you look on YouTube, it is very difficult to find reliable videos about how much you can actually earn by taking paid service, because there are a lot of big YouTubers that have made these videos about how much you can earn in 2 hours. They spend a few hours taking paid service, or a few days, or something like that. And then they make it into a really entertaining video. But what you have to be aware about with videos like this, that very often they already knew what their point would be before they even started taking service, and they are not recorded by people that are actually experienced in taking service. They just wanted to make an entertaining video, and in many cases wanted to bash surveys. And very often you will also see reviews that just bash service sites, because then they have this other way you can make money. At the end they present that where you can go to their program and sign up and pay them to learn a real way to make money. So it can really be frustrating when you try to find out if paid service is for you or not. But as mentioned, I have taken thousands of online service myself, and it definitely is a real and legit way to make some extra money online, but you do need to do it with the right expectations. So let's now go over some different things you need to consider before you sign up for paid service sites. So before going over a few examples of how much you can earn per hour by taking paid surveys, I just first want to make one thing clear, and that is that when it comes to paid service, it actually does not make sense to think about an hourly rate. Because when you think about an hourly rate, it is something that you think about when you have a steady job, a job where you know exactly what you can expect, when you can expect to work, how many hours, and then you know exactly how much you get. And in most cases, it does not make sense to even think about this when you work online in general, and especially not with service sites. If you're looking for a very specific set hourly rate that you know you can expect every single hour, then paid service sites is not for you. Then you need to find a job with a contract where you know exactly what you get. It does not give the same freedom that you get from, for example, using paid service sites or other free ways to earn online, where you can decide yourself when you want to do it. But then at least you know exactly what you can expect. Because the reality is just that when it comes to paid service, the rate will fluctuate. And it is not certain that you can always sit for 1 hour or 2 hours or however long you want in a row and take paid service. It takes a little bit more flexibility. So let's go over a few examples and go over some of the things that it will affect the rate, so you can still kind of get an idea about what you can expect. So I have now logged into one of the service sites I use quite a lot, called Ysense. And here you can see some examples of different surveys, and the rates you in general get will vary. If you've taken paid service before, you will know that, but luckily most service sites offers to tell you right up front how much you can expect to earn and then estimated time. For example, here you can see there is a survey that is estimated at around 18 minutes, and usually it is quite precise. Sometimes it will take a little bit less, but here I would then get $1.29, but you can also see there's another one here where I could get $1.39 for just a 9-minute survey. So it varies quite a lot. And if you choose wisely and you join several different service sites, then there is a chance, as you can see here, that potentially I could maybe earn $5 to $10 per hour. However, there are also sometimes projects or specific surveys that give really high rates. I have, for example, tried on a user testing platform to spend around 20-30 minutes to give feedback. And for that, I actually received $75. So that is also possible. Sometimes if you're very lucky and if you join the right platforms. That is not very often you will get service like that, but there are sometimes unique opportunities like that. But what you need to be aware of is that there are several things that will affect how many surveys and how much you can earn. And one thing is, first of all, the country you live in. That is just how it is, and you just have to accept that if you want to earn by taking paid service. In some countries there just are more paid survey opportunities than in others, and sometimes they also pay more in some countries than in others. This is because the only reason we can get paid to take paid service is because the market research that is being done is valuable for the companies that pays for this market research. And there is just more market research taking place in some countries than in others. And do not try to fake your country or anything like that by trying to use a VPN or something like that to make it look like you're from a country you're not. They know that you do this and they will detect it, and this is fraud. You're actually hurting real people with real businesses by doing this, and they will also detect it and block you eventually. So the first thing you need to accept is that the survey opportunities will just depend on the country you live in. However, I have spent a lot of time to manually put together lists of the best paid survey sites in many different countries. And you can see these lists on my website, paidfromservice.com, and I will leave a link to that below this video here, so you can go there and find the best ones for your country. And there's also one for the best worldwide sites in case that I have not yet made a specific list for your country. And another thing you need to understand is that no matter the country you live in, you will not qualify for all surveys. There are always some qualification questions, and sometimes you do just not fit into the target group. And it happens quite often, and that is just a part of taking paid surveys. It depends, for example, on your profile and many other things. And I know definitely that it can be frustrating, but with a little bit of patience, and once you learn to spot the service that you have the highest chance of qualifying for, then it does not take long to find out if you qualify or not. So then you can just quickly go through the ones that you do not qualify for and then spend the time on the ones you qualify for. Also, what many people do not know is that how many surveys that are available actually depends on the time of the year and even the time of the week. Many survey sites do not have a lot of paid service in the weekends, for example. And especially around holiday seasons, there are also less surveys because the market research companies, the companies that are actually creating these surveys and doing the market research, they also often have time off there, and therefore there are not so many surveys. So there will be fluctuations, and that is one of the reasons that you cannot say a certain specific hourly rate, because sometimes you might be able to earn $20 per hour, or in very specific cases, if you get some really high paying service, $50 or $100. Other times it might be $5, sometimes maybe $3 per hour. So it really will vary a lot. So what can you then do to get the best chances of earning the most by taking paid surveys? And that is to join the best sites in your country and join several sites. Because some sites will maybe only have a couple of surveys per week or one per day or something like that, and others will have the same, and some will have service every day. And when you put that together, you can end up getting quite a few paid surveys. And that is also why I have put together these lists, and some of them have even 30 or 40 of the best sites in certain countries. The minimum, I think, is 10 for some of these countries. So there are plenty of sites that you can join that actually do offer service in your country. And if you happen to live in a country where you have a hard time qualifying for service, then many of these sites that I mentioned on these lists also offer other earning opportunities, other small online free micro tasks that you can then focus on instead. So as you can see, it is not possible to say an exact rate that you can earn by taking paid service. But one thing is sure is that if you join the legit sites, it's a real way to earn some extra cash by sharing your opinion, and you can also earn some really nice cash on the side. It is not a way to make a full-time income. Anyone that claims that you can make a living by taking paid service is lying to you. But the people that say that it's a complete waste of time and you can't make any money at all, they are also lying to you, and very often they are doing that just to get views or to get you to sign up for their paid program. It all comes down to expectations. Paid surveys is a great way to actually have your opinion heard, and it is one of the easiest ways to start earning online, because you can start earning right away, right now, today, and you are sure you will get a profit, and it is 100% free to get started, and you can do it no matter your background. But as mentioned, it all comes down to expectations. If you expect to earn a really high hourly rate and be able to do that many hours per day, then paid service is not for you. But if you can accept that it will vary and sometimes you will not qualify for all the surveys, then it can be a really great and easy way to earn some extra cash on the site online. And I hope this video has helped you figure out if paid service is for you or not. And if it helped you, then make sure to hit the like button. And also, if you have any questions, just ask in the comment below here. And below I will also leave a link to these lists I have of the best paid service sites in the different countries, and I keep updating these and I also keep adding more countries. So make sure to check that out, and also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about how to get the most out of paid service, get paid to sites and other free ways to earn some extra cash on the site online.